Hello my 3D printer peeps, I'm here with the Bambu Lab H2D, and today we are going to replace the nozzle blocker and the flow blocker. This is a flow blocker. When attached to its bracket that controls the movement of this part, Bambu Lab considers the assembled part the nozzle blocker. With this specific front portion, the flow blocker. This piece shifts from nozzle to nozzle, blocking the flow of filament so that it doesn't ooze from the unused nozzle during print. There are times this little piece can become bent and need to be adjusted. If it's overly bent or broken, you may want to replace it. You can replace just this flow blocker or the entire assembly. On the Bambu Lab web store, when you order it, you're going to get the nozzle blocker, which is the bracket and this replaceable flow blocker. The good news is your machine came with 3 of them. Better yet, if your flow blocker is bent and not working properly, you can adjust it and may not need to replace it at all. Let's go ahead and replace this flow blocker as well as the entire assembly. A messed up flow blocker will ruin your printing, so let's go ahead and get this over with. Open up your H2D, grab the tool head, and bring it closer to you. To make it easier to work with, go ahead and remove these silicone boots. Simply use your finger and pry them off. Ironically, doing things like this is how the flow blocker can be damaged in the first place. The goal of this flow blocker is to be as close to the nozzle as possible, preventing ooze from the unused nozzle. If yours is bent, we may not need to replace it. You may simply adjust. This blocker is attached to a lever in the back. Firmly move it aside. As you moved it, you will notice this hot end moved upward. Don't be afraid to move this lever. The hot end will move up and down, and you'll be able to go from nozzle to nozzle. You need to be really firm in your grip and move it like you mean it. If you're overly timid, it may not move and you may be more likely to break or bend it. Give it a good solid move and it will behave for you. With each pass, you should see right up against the nozzle. Be sure this piece is here in the center. Now that you have it available in the center, you may use your fingers to bend it upward. Firmly position it back where it came from, and you'll see the nozzle resting against the flow blocker. Should this flow blocker be sitting too high and hitting the nozzle, bend it downward and put it back. However, should you determine the flow blocker is broken and needs to be replaced, we can do that as well. Grab the lever and move the flow blocker to the middle. Unscrew this one silver screw that's facing you. Just enough that you can slide this entire assembly down. Position the new blocker onto the bracket so that the holes and pegs line up, and gently screw it in place. This is how it should look. Notice the slightly upward bend going into the blocker. You may also notice the screw that came with the kit is longer and bigger than the one that was originally installed. Replace the bracket's mounting screw and position it so there's a small gap. Use this gap to slip the lever in between. Gently tighten the blocker to the lever. Test the fit by grabbing the lever and shifting it over. It should rest up against the bottom of the nozzle. If it doesn't, you already know how to bring it to the center and adjust it. Go ahead and test both sides. Mine looks good. I'll put the boots back on and consider it done. I'm Mr. Greg, and you're on 3D Rundown.